win. There is no substitute for victory. And we've developed a culture of losing in this party where we've had 3 successive elections with substandard results. Not in Florida. We had a red wave in Florida. We showed what it means to win and win big. The first time in our state since the era of the Civil War. And you're not going to get a mulligan on the 2024 election. And you're not going to be able to make any excuses about the 2024 election. The time for excuses is over. You either get it done or you don't. We will get it done.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in Nevada headlining a conservative event. The presidential candidate did not mention former President Trump by name, but did use his speech to draw a contrast between his record and the Republican frontrunner. And Donald Trump will tell you he's a winner. So, I mean, Ron DeSantis is saying there's a culture of losing.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine what he might be talking about.
There is. I mean, if you go back and actually look and just go year by year, I don't know. You can't do it straight, can you?
I can't.
You can't. They lost in 2017. Trump lost in 2018. He lost in 2019. He lost in 2020. He lost in 2021.
You really draw it out. When you
you know why you draw it out? Because Republicans still haven't figured it out.
Well,
you know, I tell you that everybody's nice out there to me. They are. I mean,
they are.
I went to Fenway with my son this weekend.
People were nice.
One of my 87 sons, but went to Fenway with Jack this weekend. Everybody was so wonderful. Everybody was nice. But I was walking around downtown, and everybody, again, very, very nice.
Yeah.
One person came up to me. I'm walking past. I'm talking to a friend, Jack's friend's father, and I'm talking. And he says to me, Trump won. And then he hurled off a couple of, and he's going to win again. And then he hurled off some vulgarities that even I can't say here.
Yeah.
And I just turned to him. I go, I hope he wins again. This is what you don't understand. We want him to win the nomination because he will lose again and be finished forever. And I just said to the guy who was all pissed off, I said, how long are you going to be okay with losing?
Yeah.
Because we're ready to fire everybody at the Red Sox because we don't like losing. How long? And the guy just stared at me. I go, you're going to lose again. And this is not like, you're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. But, you know, it's very interesting. Ron DeSantis had the MacArthur quote. That was the quote that I had in my little campaign headquarters in '94. Republican hadn't won our district since Reconstruction in 1873. And nobody thought a 29-year-old kid was going to win. I just said, though, I just typed it out. There's no substitute for victory. And every day I said, well, listen, does this get us closer to winning or losing? Does this move us towards victory, or does it just keep us stationary? Because we have a long way to go. This is about victory. If we don't win, we can't change the country. And this is something, again, for the life of me, Rev, I don't understand. I don't understand what Republicans are thinking, because if you don't win, you don't change the country. And it seems to me right now they seem a lot more interested in preaching to the choir. They seem a lot more interested in being the victims. They seem a lot more interested in making up these stupid fights instead of taking the message to the people and winning elections, which they haven't done since 2016.
Absolutely. It really is a weakness that they keep repeating, because it opens them up to those that are serious on the other side, going for victory and understanding victory is victory. You cannot make defeat victory just because you're engaged in some kind of unreasonable rationale you've convinced yourself. But it says a lot also, Joe, about the leadership, because it shows that you have people like Donald Trump, that victory to them is them being out there. It doesn't matter if everybody else loses. It doesn't matter whether the cause they claim to represent loses. It doesn't matter if their policies are not enacted. It's about them. And if you have leaders that are only about them and they're not about something bigger than them, then you're going to lose every time.
Every single time. Let me bring in Donnie Deutsch. He's the host of the podcast On Brand with Donnie Deutsch. And Donnie, I've got to say, the DeSantis message to the Republican primary, I think, is right on. I've got to go, hey, think what you want about Donald Trump. Here's the deal. He loses. Like you can have a football coach that you love to take out to dinner, tells the funniest stories, has you laughing for an hour and a half, but you get killed every Saturday afternoon. Your team gets run over every Saturday afternoon. If you want to win the NCAA championship, you got to get somebody in there that knows how to win. This guy's lost 6, 7, 8 elections in a row. It's like, again, what's crazy is no organization, certainly not the Republican Party that I used to be a part of, would put up with a loser that loses in 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And yet they're still embracing a loser because they would rather be victims than winners.
There's nothing more American than winning, and there's nothing more un-American than losing. And so if you kind of just start from that vantage point, not only is he a loser the last 6 years, but since then, let's look forward right now. We've had January 6th. We've had 2 indictments. We've got a third coming. We've got a very robust American economy. Obviously, we're 16, 18 months away. What would cause that to change at this point? Instead of even looking backwards, let's look forward. Let's say, okay, he is a 6-time loser. What would possibly cause victory on the 7th time? And there's just more arguments for going in the other direction. And I mentioned this last week. Show me, and Meacham talked about maybe there's 1 million voters in this country who are going to decide this election. Show me the swing voter. Show me the independent. Show me the suburban voter from Philadelphia that left Trump and is going back to him at this point. So
they
I can come
exist.
up with they don't exist.
Donnie,
they're not there.
January,
they're not there.
If you didn't vote for Donald Trump before January 6th, and before he got caught stealing nuclear secrets, let me say it again. If you didn't vote for Donald Trump before January the 6th, and after he got caught stealing nuclear secrets, and you're in the suburbs of Atlanta, Philadelphia, Detroit, Wisconsin, Phoenix, there's nothing that is going to get you to vote for him now.
Yeah, I have a group of friends. They're my kind of focus group. They're suburbanites. They're guys that voted for Trump the first time. I think some of them maybe even secretly voted for him the second time. But they are, and you mentioned exhaustion, they will so begrudgingly vote for Joe Biden. They just said, I can't vote for Trump. I can't vote for him. They said, I'm going to hold my nose and vote for Biden. You say whatever you want to say. But they've lost them. They've lost them. They're not going back. They would run back to DeSantis. They would run back to Tim Scott. They are running away from Donald Trump.